All right, let's begin again. Kalesh Dalan, clear, engaging, and in simple English, everyone can follow. This is one of the biggest stories coming out of Nigeria right now. Reports say Sunday Igboho has made his final push to flush out Fulani bandits from Kwara State. Now, let's talk about what this really means. Sunday Igboho, whose real name is Sunday Adeyemo, is a well-known Yoruba rights activist. He became famous some years ago when he spoke out against insecurity in the southwest, especially in Oyo State. Many people remember when he stood up for farmers who are afraid to go to their farms because of attacks. He has always described himself as a man who wants peace and protection for his people. This time, Sunday Igboho says he cannot sit back while people in Kwara continue to suffer. He says too many communities are crying for help. Too many families have lost their peace, and it is time for action, not talk. He calls this his final push, meaning he is ready to give everything it takes to make sure peace returns. He has now started working closely with local vigilante groups and community leaders. They are sharing intelligence, setting up checkpoints, and increasing patrols in rural areas. His goal, according to what he said, is simple. He wants to make sure criminals no longer have a place to hide in any part of Kwara. But of course, this move has created a lot of attention across the country. Many people support him. They say he is doing what every patriotic citizen should do, standing up when others are afraid. They believe that if more people take such bold steps, communities will become safer and more united. On the other hand, some people are worried. They say this type of action must be done carefully. They believe only official security forces have the legal right to carry out major operations. And if private groups are not properly coordinated, it could lead to misunderstanding or even chaos. Before I go on, please remember to like this video if you are following the story closely, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss any updates about this breaking development. It helps us grow, and it helps more people stay informed about what's happening around the country. Now back to the main gist. Why Kwara State? Kwara has been facing serious security challenges in recent months. In some local areas, especially around the forest zones, there have been frequent attacks and kidnappings. Farmers have been forced to abandon their lands, and many people are afraid to travel at night. The state government has been working with security agencies, but the problem still continues. So, when Sunday Igboho announced that he was coming in to help, many residents in Kwara felt a sense of relief. Some of them said they have heard of his past efforts in Oyo and Osun, and they hope his involvement will make a difference. There were even small gatherings in some communities where people said they are ready to cooperate with him and his team. However, government officials are still watching the situation closely. They want to make sure that his activities do not conflict with military operations already going on in the state. The federal government recently ordered troops to carry out a major operation in Kwara forests, targeting the same group of bandits. This is where the story becomes even more interesting. Will the two sides, Sunday Igboho's team and the official security forces, work together, or will there be tension between them? That is what everyone wants to know. From what we have heard so far, Sunday Igboho says he is not fighting against the government. He says he only wants to support and make sure communities are safe. His words were, our people must be able to sleep without fear, and our farmers must be able to return to their land. That message touched a lot of hearts because many Nigerians are tired of living in fear. Please take a moment now to like this video if you support peace and safety for every community, and subscribe if you want to stay informed about how this story unfolds. Your support means a lot. Now, back to the emotional side of this gist. Many people are saying Sunday Igboho's decision might bring back confidence to local communities. In several villages, residents have been forming small watch groups, preparing to support his initiative. They believe that when the people and leaders unite, criminals lose power. At the same time, several Yoruba elders have spoken out. Some have praised his courage and determination, while others have urged him to be cautious. They say his mission is noble, but he must make sure his approach does not create unnecessary tension. Everyone agrees that peace should remain the main goal. And if you look at the bigger picture, this event is not just about Kwara State. It reflects a larger issue: how communities in Nigeria are struggling to stay safe despite growing insecurity. The people are losing faith in promises, and they are beginning to rely on themselves. Sunday Igboho's action is a reflection of that frustration. It shows that ordinary citizens want change and are ready to act when government efforts are not enough. Whether you agree with him or not, one thing is clear, and he has once again become the face of a grassroots movement calling for safety, justice, and unity. Before we continue, please remember to like this video right now so more people can see it in their feed, and subscribe so you can catch part 2 of this unfolding story. Since Sunday Igboho announced his plan to make this final push in Kwara State, the atmosphere in the region has completely changed. There is now a mix of hope, excitement, and a bit of tension. Many local communities see his move as a lifeline, a chance to finally live without fear again. Reports from rural parts of Kwara show that people are already forming local defense groups to assist him. Farmers who had stopped going to their farms are now returning gradually, saying they finally feel that someone is taking their safety seriously. You can sense that emotional relief in people's voices when they talk about it. But at the same time, the security agencies in Kwara are on alert. They have increased patrols around forest areas, especially in Kayama, Patigi, and Baruten, where several attacks have happened in the past. The government is also reminding residents to remain calm and allow security operations to continue without interference. Now, this is where things become very interesting. Sunday Igboho has made it clear that his operation is not against the government or the Fulani people in general. He said he is targeting criminals, people who kidnap, destroy farms, and make life difficult for innocent citizens. He has been repeating that message strongly because he doesn't want anyone to twist his mission into an ethnic issue. He said, every innocent person deserves peace. No tribe should suffer because of the bad actions of a few criminals. That statement has gone viral because it sends a strong message of unity and responsibility. Please, if you're still following this gist, take a second to like this video right now. It helps us a lot and it lets more people discover this important update. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we'll continue bringing you every new development about Sunday Igboho's movement and the security situation in Kwara State. Now, let's talk about how people are reacting. Some youths in Kwara have already started organizing peaceful walks to show support for Igboho's plan. They say they are tired of watching their parents and neighbors live in fear. They just want peace, and they believe if someone like Igboho steps in, it might bring change faster. Traditional rulers are also getting involved. A few of them have reportedly called for meetings between the vigilante groups, security agencies, and Sunday Igboho's representatives. The goal is to make sure that everyone works together instead of separately. Because if this operation succeeds, it could be a major turning point for community-led security in Nigeria. Meanwhile, some observers are raising important questions. They're asking, how far can Sunday Igboho go without facing resistance from authorities? Remember, he has had challenges in the past when his activities were seen as too bold. But this time, things might be different. Nigeria's current situation has made even some government officials open to community help, as long as it is peaceful and lawful. And truly, this whole situation shows how much people want peace. It's not just about one man. It's about a population that has been living under fear for too long. Every community wants to feel safe again. Parents want their children to go to school without fear, and farmers want to return to their farms. Before I go deeper, please make sure to like this video if you want peace restored to all Nigerian communities. And subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of this ongoing development. Now, let's look at what might happen next. Sunday Igboho has said he's ready to work with security agencies. He wants to provide them with local intelligence, information that comes directly from villagers who know the terrain better than anyone else. He believes that combining government strength with local knowledge will be the most effective way to end the crisis. In fact, some retired security officers have agreed with him. They said that Nigeria's fight against insecurity will only succeed when local communities are involved. They said outsiders can't always tell who is who, but locals know their own environment and can identify suspicious movements quickly. Right now, many believe Kwara could become an example for the rest of the country, a model of how traditional leaders, security agencies, and community defenders can work together. But of course, it must be done peacefully and lawfully. People across the Southwest are watching closely. States like Oyo, Osun, and Ekiti are also facing similar security issues. So they are waiting to see if this final push in Kwara will bring lasting peace. If it works, it could inspire other states to follow the same pattern. And let's be honest, everyone wants that peace. People are tired of bad news. They just want normal life again. Please, before I move forward, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Every click helps more Nigerians hear the truth of what's really happening.